Hi, everybody. I'm Adam McDowell with Berkshire Hathaway Home Services Chicago and parkbench.com/North Center. I'm here with Heather Rodriguez from GiGi's Playhouse. We just went over the marketing
Manager, Playhouse marketing manager.
So you have been volunteering with GiGi's Playhouse for a while, and you've served on their board, and now you're working as their marketing manager. Mm-hmm. Tell me a little bit about GiGi's Playhouse. They're a national company, and they've got locations. You're actually based in Syracuse, New York, but they do have a location in Chicago here in North Center. So tell me about GiGi's Playhouse.
So GiGi's Playhouse is a Down Syndrome Achievement Center. We currently have 48 open locations across the United States and Mexico, and we have 12 startup teams. So 60 communities so far are shouting the worth of individuals with Down syndrome and working hard to change the way the world views Down syndrome. GiGi's Playhouse offers no-cost programming to individuals with Down syndrome, offers support to families, and it gives communities a place to serve because we are 99% volunteer run. There is no age limits at GiGi's Playhouse. We offer support and programming from prenatal diagnosis all the way through career skills, through our GiGi University and career development programs.
And it's all from birth onward, no cost at all, right?
No cost. Cost will never be a barrier to achievement.
That's great. So what are some of the programs, like how are you building up skills in people with Down syndrome across these different age groups?
So every program, starting from our littlest group of participants, which we call or are the babies, enter in at the LMNOP, language, music, and our peeps. And from birth all the way through, we start, and every program builds up the skills for that next series of life. So these babies are coming in, and right from day one, they're learning about circle time. They're sitting in a circle. They're following a teacher who's doing song and sign language and bubbles and all kinds of fun stuff, and transitioning from one activity to the next. So they're learning transition. They're learning following instructions. They're learning language skills so that they can communicate with their mom and their dad and their grandparents and their siblings. But then they're prepared for that 2, 3, 4 when they're going into preschool. And all of a sudden they know, maybe sometimes even a little bit better than their typically developing peers, how to sit in circle time, how to sit at their desk, how to follow instructions, how to, move from one activity to the next. And so each program builds the skill set that an individual is going to need entering into that next phase of life. And it's pretty outstanding to watch. After you've been at the Playhouse for a few years, you watch, your first babies kind of come up, and by the time they get into those school age programs, they're really the leaders in their classroom because they've been building these skills since day one.
So in this time of quarantine and shelter in place and everyone's staying at home, you guys have transitioned things to online. You're doing some nationwide video and even some local videos, right? So like the Chicago GiGi's Playhouse is doing some programming for people in Chicago, right?
Yes. So nationally, we have GiGi's at Home, and there's it's right on our website, gigisplayhouse.org/GiGi's at Home. And you can see that there's 2 options. There's a live option, which when you click on that, you're going to see a calendar of all different programs. So we have over 19 programs being offered on a weekly basis for, again, from little all the way up into adults. And everybody is invited to that. You just RSVP, and then you get your classroom login information and all that. But then we also have on demand. And so after a program has gone live and it's been recorded, it will then go on to our on-demand site. So if if our parents are working on a classroom schedule at home and maybe they can't make it, they can still participate when it best fits their time. And then there's downloadable resources and all kinds of stuff to go with those programs.
That's great. If everyone I've been talking to, you have to acknowledge schedules are always in flux. So
Yes.
being able to have those, the live option is great, but having it recorded after the fact is also got to be super useful for some level of normalcy in people's lives.
Yes, because then you can add the program in when it best fits your schedule. And a lot of our parents are dealing with now the fact that their kiddos can't go see the speech therapist, can't go see the occupational therapist or the physical therapist. Well, all of these components are within GiGi's programs. They're all therapeutic based. So you can use a GiGi's program to fit we needed to get 20 minutes of speech in today. We can help you cover that time through our programming.
So tell me a little bit about the STEP program that you guys are doing. This is a nationwide thing, right? So everyone
nationwide, yes. Generation G, Step to Accept. So the mission of Generation G is always based in acceptance. So be accepting, be generous, be kind, and as this, pandemic came in and we noticed or became reality that many of our Playhouse locations needed to cancel events because we could not be meeting together physically, but how can we take this time of social distancing and still make something amazing? So we will be launching at the end of this week our National Generation G Step to Accept across America program, where this is really, it's an acceptance based mission and a fundraising based mission, because again, our Playhouses are offering programming free of charge to all of our families. That does not mean it's free for us to deliver. So even during this time, we still need to be able to keep our Playhouses afloat and providing these great services. So there's a lot of information to come. I want everybody to, come and visit our website. But basically, in a nutshell, you will be able to create a team, and you will have weeks leading up to our event on June 7th. You will have weekly coaching sessions available on our GiGi's at Home site. And we'll kind of all be training together. What steps are we going to take? Both physical steps and even how can we take steps in our lives to be more accepting people? So lots of opportunity, lots of encouragement, lots of fun on social media over the next several weeks. That will all come together on June 7th as we take that day and we kind of go out and we really have our Step to Accept, whether you're going to bike that day, whether you're going to walk your dog that day, whether you're going to ride your tricycle, individuals in wheelchairs, however you're going to put those, steps in that day, we'll be tracking it. There will be prizes. It's going to be amazing. And the fact that we can join together, that we live in such a time where we can join together with our friends in California, with our friends in Mexico, with our friends in Phoenix, Arizona. I'm in Syracuse, New York. But I get to do this event with my friends in Phoenix and Sacramento. Like, that's amazing to me.
Yeah, so
it's going to be pretty amazing.
Yeah, so if people want to donate or get involved and volunteer with GiGi's Playhouse, where can they find you online? What are their social media that they can follow?
Yes. All right. So you can find us online at gigisplayhouse.org. And from there, you would be able to connect to your local Playhouse. We have a locations tab. You can support your local Playhouses or support all Playhouses through the national mission. And there is information about volunteering. Just last week, we held an online volunteer orientation, and we had people come in from all over the country to learn how they could volunteer and then connect with their local Playhouses. So we're really in a very exciting time right now. As far as social media, you can find us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and LinkedIn, and YouTube, GiGi's Playhouse. We keep it simple.
That's great. Well, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
Quick background on GiGi's Playhouse. Look forward to stopping by the Chicago location once things open up and meeting the people there and some of the people who keeping the fort down here in Chicago.
Yes, absolutely. And you have several to choose from in the Chicagoland area.
Well,
So
there's one right here in North Center. There's one up in Hoffman Estates as well.
yes.
So
Yep, Hoffman Estates is our flagship. Correct me if I'm wrong. So North Center, that your closest Playhouse then would be Deerfield?
No, in North Center we've got one on Lincoln Avenue.
Okay, so you're downtown Chicago. See,
Yep.
Syracuse. What can I tell you? So yes, nope. The team there at the GiGi's Playhouse Chicago is amazing.
Well, thank you again for your time, and thank you all for watching. I'm Adam McDowell with Berkshire Hathaway Home Services Chicago, your path to home, and parkbench.com/North Center. If you have a business in North Center and Roscoe Village that you want to see me interview, let me know who it is, and I'll be happy to get in touch with them.